The current environment of higher interest rates is prompting speculation about what the monetary policy landscape will be like in 2024. Interest rate forecasts for the next 5 years are becoming increasingly important as investors and central bankers seek to make the best informed decisions for their portfolios. Interest rate forecasts vary on the outcomes of the near-term economic conditions such as inflation, employment, and debt levels. Interest rates are closely tied to inflation, and inflation is expected to remain steady over the forecasted period. The global economy is expected to remain on a path of expansion and high growth, accompanied by moderate interest rates that are much higher than the rates the post-Great Financial Crash era gave us. As the likelihood that the Federal Reserve will raise rates in the near future is slowing, investors and central bankers can expect the current environment of moderate interest rates to remain the same over the forecasted period. The United States economy is expected to continue to grow, and the unemployment level is expected to remain low. This will prop up consumer spending and add to economic momentum, creating a positive outlook for continued moderate interest rates. The question is whether Jerome Powell will manage to provide a soft landing for the post-inflation economy. The bears and the bulls can hardly agree on this point, and both have good arguments. The level of government debt in most developed countries is an all-time high, and this could lead to higher interest rates to accommodate for the debt repayment costs in the near future. Central bankers may evaluate the debt levels and respond to the situation by raising interest rates to a more suitable level than they have been over the past few years. I think it's really important that we remember that we have had historically low rates. 2 and 3% interest rates are unheard of. They just don't happen very often at all. This could lead to higher interest rates in the near future, but the prospect of higher interest rates is still not overly likely in the long term as inflation numbers cool off. Technological trends will shape the economic landscape over the forecasted 5-year period. The rise of artificial intelligence and other forms of technological advancement could have a direct impact on the performance of the global economy and potentially the cost of borrowing. As technological progress and automation enable businesses to become more efficient, central bankers may opt to maintain low interest rates to encourage further investment. This could limit the increase of interest rates in the near future. The biggest impediment to this eventuality is that Jerome Powell, J. Powell, of the Federal Reserve, the Fed, sees too much labor power in the economy, and he's indicated that he has all the willingness in the world to do whatever he must to crush it. The bears would argue that he would rather create a recession than let labor accumulate too much power. The bulls would point out that inflation rate has come down near 3%, where the goal is 2%, and that is fantastic. They've done a fantastic job of bringing inflation down rather quickly. Overall, 2024 is expected to see a continuation of the moderate interest rate environment that has been in place for the past year or so. Inflation is expected to remain stable, economic growth should continue, and debt levels as well as technological changes are going to have a direct impact on the stability of low interest rates. With higher consumer debt levels, a worsening economy could foretell a less than soft landing, for sure. Ultimately, it seems that the Fed is more than ready to cast the least among us into the pit to ensure that the dollar and exporters stay strong. If you want to buy a home and you're not sure if it makes financial sense, reach out to me. We can shine a light in all of the dark corners of the market to help you make the best decision for you, whether it makes sense to buy a home now or do it sometime in the future. Besides that, I really love hearing from you all, and I'm so grateful to be your local economist. Thank you so much.